From downtown Bologna and Bologna, this is the Bologna News. You guys remember Rowan and Martin's laughing? Okay, we're going to go through the currencies. I want to touch on the Euro US and how good they look against the peso right now. But I also want to talk to you about housekeeping before you go to the Philippines. There's a lot of housekeeping that has to happen. And I don't mean the floors and the vacuuming and the laundry. Straight out of the gate, guys, I'm going to tell you that everybody's doing really well, except the Australian, just a little bit down, but not critically. Okay, we all forget sometimes that the Australia-New Zealand is tied to the ASEAN trading group there, and so currencies tend to be a little bit more sluggish and move a little bit slower. But when announcements happen, they can be big. Canada, you're sitting just above, you're roughly 40.8, I think, somewhere in here. The US dollar and euro, pound, I'll just say that you're 2.5 pesos above, which is nice. And, you know, try and look for somebody that's giving you, look at what the actual market says, and then you should be about 2 points below, two minor ticks below. So if I'm looking at 40.8 right now, my remittance office is probably giving me 40.6. Okay, let's talk about the Euro US quickly. US dollar, you're sitting at comfortably 5 comfortable pesos above the threshold. That's cool. The Euro, you are sitting roughly 4 pesos above, which is a good thing. These are the two major currencies out there, guys, and the international trading is now taking, and it has been for the last 10 years or more, shifting. Some countries or regions or even business types are shifting away from the US dollar into the euro and vice versa, mainly because that's their main trading partner or the majority of the product export, import, etc. And in keeping with Philippine Forex, let's talk more about money. What is in order before you leave? Happens a lot. Happened to Lynn and I. Does your bank still want to know that you are going to be out of the country? Is your Visa or debit card or any of those cards going to expire while you're going to be away? Nothing worse than needing hospitalization and your Visa card is expired. Passport, has it got a reasonable amount of time on it? What if you decide not to use your return ticket and stay a little longer? Was your passport down to the minimum? Aye. Check all that kind of stuff, guys. Just ran into one here. Our contract with our Wi-Fi for our condo here expired. It says that they have no obligation to tell you. Of course, a small little rant and that was dealt with. But the point being, when you go to phone, let's say, and put yourself in vacation mode, like we always put our cell phones and our internet for our condo in vacation mode for those 6 months that we're gone. Ask all the questions. What Visa card do you have on file? What, confirm the method of payment. All of this type of stuff, do it. Expiration dates, make sure the Visa company has got a current expiration date. They may be working off an old card. You got to make sure all this stuff is in order before you leave, guys, because if you get hospitalized, your medical card is your Visa card, right? Don't forget about that. Got to make sure all those ducks are in a row. And like we got caught, our first month's bill, I went, what the, for our internet? Contract had expired. That's crazy. So now on my checklist of things is adding not only is the Visa card good, is the expiration card good, what date are you going to reactivate my Wi-Fi so that when I return to Canada, it's already up and running. Okay, now I'm going to have to ask is, when does my contract expire? You don't want it expiring while you're away and then end up having to pay these non-contract prices afterwards. Things to think about, guys. All fits into money. Got to manage that money. Got to do it well. Later, Gators.